Now when all this was finished, all Israel who were present went out to the cities of Judah, and broke in pieces the pillars, and hewed down the Asherim, and broke down the high places and the altars out of all Judah and Benjamin, in Ephraim also and Manasseh, until they had destroyed them all. Then all the sons of Israel returned, every man to his possession, into their own cities. And Hezekiah appointed the courses of the priests and the Levites after their courses, every man according to his service, both the priests and the Levites, for burnt offerings and for peace offerings, to minister and to give thanks, and to praise in the gates of the camp of Yahweh. He appointed also the king's portion of his substance for the burnt offerings, to wit, for the morning and evening burnt offerings, and the burnt offerings for the Sabbaths, and for the new moons, and for the set feasts, as it is written in the law of Yahweh. Moreover, he commanded the people who dwelt in Jerusalem to give the portion of the priests and the Levites, that they might give themselves to the law of Yahweh. And as soon as the commandment came abroad, the sons of Israel gave in abundance the first fruits of grain, new wine and oil and honey, and of all the increase of the field, and the tithe of all things they brought in abundantly. And the sons of Israel and Judah, who dwelt in the cities of Judah, they also brought in the tithe of oxen and sheep, and the tithe of dedicated things, which were consecrated to Yahweh their God, and laid them by heaps. In the 3rd month they began to lay the foundation of the heaps, and finished them in the 7th month. And when Hezekiah and the princes came and saw the heaps, they blessed Yahweh, and his people Israel. Then Hezekiah questioned the priests and the Levites concerning the heaps. And Azariah, the chief priest of the house of Zadok, answered him and said, Since the people began to bring the oblations into the house of Yahweh, we have eaten and had enough, and have plenty left, for Yahweh has blessed his people, and that which is left is this great store. Then Hezekiah commanded to prepare chambers in the house of Yahweh, and they prepared them. And they brought in the oblations and the tithes and the dedicated things faithfully, and over them Conaniah the Levite was leader, and Shimei his brother was second. And Jehiel, and Azaziah, and Nahath, and Asahel, and Jeremoth, and Jozabad, and Eliel, and Ismachiah, and Mahath, and Benaiah, were overseers under the hand of Conaniah and Shimei his brother, by the appointment of Hezekiah the king, and Azariah the leader of the house of God. And Korah the son of Imnah the Levite, the porter at the east gate, was over the freewill offerings of God, to distribute the oblations of Yahweh and the most holy things. And under him were Eden, and Miniamin, and Jeshua, and Shemaiah, Amariah, and Shechaniah, in the cities of the priests, in their office of trust, to give to their brothers by courses, to the great as well as to the small. Besides those who were reckoned by genealogy of males, from 3 years old and upward, even every one who entered into the house of Yahweh, as the duty of every day required, for their service in their offices, according to their courses. And those who were reckoned by genealogy of the priests by their fathers' houses, and the Levites from 20 years old and upward, in their offices by their courses. And those who were reckoned by genealogy of all their little ones, their wives, and their sons, and their daughters, through all the congregation, for in their office of trust they sanctified themselves in holiness. Also for the sons of Aaron the priests, who were in the fields of the suburbs of their cities, in every city there were men who were mentioned by name, to give portions to all the males among the priests, and to all who were reckoned by genealogy among the Levites. And thus did Hezekiah throughout all Judah, and he wrought that which was good and right and faithful before Yahweh his God. And in every work that he began in the service of the house of God, and in the law, and in the commandments, to seek his God, he did it with all his heart, and prospered.